I want to share an experience with you that I had at a place called Aire in downtown Chicago. It's in the West Loop. And so it's at 800 West Superior. And essentially it's an ancient bath. It's got a bunch of different thermal pools, you know, waters at different temperatures. And it's fashioned after Greek, sort of ancient Roman rituals, not really rituals, but massages and treatments. And so I'd heard of this place, and it's noted to be unique and sophisticated and sort of an elegant place. And you know, I've had massages before, but this is, you know, I happen to be downtown, so I thought, I'm gonna check it out. I got an Uber and went on over there. So my experience was this. It was hard to spot because the sign, it's sort of on a, which is consistent with a lot of Chicago places. And they can be really nice on the inside, but the outside is like, where is this place? You know what I mean? It was kind of one of those things, but it did have a nice sign, but it sits down low, kind of lower to the ground. So when I went, and because it's winter, it's getting dark, or, you know, early. You know, when we pulled up, he was like, is this the place, ma'am? And I was like, I don't know, because I don't see anything, period. I see like apartment buildings. But eventually, you know, and there was a bunch of cars outside, like a bunch of, even parked in the street. So they may have like valet parking or something like that. But eventually I spotted a sign and got out of the car, and it's an interesting experience from the onset, because when I walked to the front of that sign expecting to see a door, there was actually a man just around the corner, like, you know, holding the door, and he had on all black, and he was sort of buff, like a bouncer. And so the entryway is sort of like in an alley. But I'm not gonna say that's a bad thing. It's sort of added to the allure. I was sort of like, what is this? You know, like, there's all these cars out here, and there's a bouncer on the door. Is this a club? Like, what is this, you know? And the other thing is the website doesn't really give that much information. You know, I looked on the website, it certainly has massage packages. It doesn't really tell you about the different types of baths that they have in there. They do have pictures on their website, which I will link below. But, you know, there are also different types of bathhouses, and I don't know if those still exist, but, you know, I have seen shows where, you know, things go down at the bathhouse. So, it wasn't that, thank God. But when I walked in, it was really dark. But again, sort of like, what is going on here? I like it, but I don't. You know, am I safe? Am I, you know, really dark, like, you know, low lights. It was quiet. They had candles lit everywhere. There was the pretty standard cucumber water over on the side. So when I went in, I signed in. They have a tablet, and you kind of give your information to check in. You have a scheduled time, and so you have to bring a bathing suit, and at your scheduled time, they will take you back to the locker room shower area. They assign you a locker, and there's a person back there that once you get your swimsuit on, put your robe on. They have slippers that you have to wear. You wear them in the soaking pools, and it's like a non-slip material. And so the floor is completely wet. Like, so once I got changed, a guy took me to the stairs, and you're not able to have cameras down in the pool areas. So, you know, I did capture some video and then took my phone back to my locker. And you wouldn't want your phone down there anyway. It's the type of atmosphere that it's like a cavern. And so it's in a historical building. So again, Chicago, New York, I don't know if I mentioned London, Barcelona, Copenhagen, in all these different cities, they have chosen historical buildings and they'll like convert them. So it was a bunch of exposed brick and wood beams. You know, the floor was stone, but it was very much like a tropical environment in there. It was, I noticed a lot of people in there on dates. And so they do have a lot of couples packages. And I think it would be a fantastic date night. Experiences where you can go get your massage and then you come out and you sort of go to these different pools at different temperatures, but the overall environment in there is smoky, it's steamy. They have I liked the sauna. The sauna had a eucalyptus scent in it. And so that was really nice. But my favorite, so they have several, I don't know, maybe I'd say like, and again, they don't list them on their website. So it's sort of like, what is the whole, like, so my favorite was the floating pool. So there's salt in there. There's like so much salt that it's also a detox for your system, you know, through your skin. But there's so much salt, it makes you float. And so there was a lot of people in there, huge body of water. And again, lights low, candles everywhere, and you can go in there and just get on your back and just float. So that's like a type of meditation too, which I've done, float meditation. The other one was the indoor-outdoor pool. So again, this was at night, so that was kind of cool. And it's like cold here. I don't know what the temperature was. It was like probably 38 degrees, but you couldn't tell because again, they adjust the outdoor portion to the climate outside. So I wasn't cold at all. It had a really nice water fountain, waterfall in there. Those are my two favorite, the flotation pool and the indoor-outdoor situation with the waterfall. And so here's my hack is that when I booked for the day I wanted, they didn't have any more massages available. But I want to check this place out, right? I did not get a massage, but there's a package, which I got, that they give you a face mask and a body scrub, and you get to experience all the different thermal baths, which are, you know, different baths at different temperatures, or again, there's the float one, the indoor-outdoor one. My hack was, you know, for me, I've had massages before. I just sort of wanted to experience the place. A massage would have been great, and I tried to get one, but they didn't have availability. They were crowded. But the waterfall in the indoor-outdoor pool, it is coming down hard. So when you get under that water, it is like, oh, and you can bend over and it's all over your back, and it's like, oh. It was like a deep tissue massage. So that's my advice. If you are not able to get a massage and you still want to experience the different ancient baths, it's great. They also have the super cold ones. So there was one that was super hot. I tried it, it was too hot. They had a hot tub, which was a really, really, really big hot tub. And the temperature wasn't too hot, but they had one that was super cold. And in the sauna, there was a really cool one. It was deep, but not that wide around. So basically when you get in it, it fits all the way up to your neck, but it's freezing cold water in that hot sauna room. So I stuck my feet in just to say I did. But you know, I did my facial. So they give you a sort of a little gift bag, and it's got your face mask in it. And they have hot stones that you can lay, and, you know, just sort of, the stone is enough to kind of like be relaxing against your body. I really liked it. I think that this is, you know, a super place. Honestly, I think I'm a pretty tough judge, but I give it 5 hearts. I really do. Because I thought it was definitely unique. I mean, you know, it's no more pricey than any other massage spa that you go to. But I will tell you, I think the differentiator for me was, I love an indoor-outdoor pool, and the fact that they have that during the winter and in that sort of like cave environment, but it's a real pool. It's not like a lake or anything like that. I like the float pool because it does have like detox properties, but they have this thing, I don't know what to call it, but it's sort of like this mound of, or like a, I don't want to call it a bird feeder, but imagine that. Full of salt, full of salt, like fine ground salt. So they do give you a small tour when you go in to let you know sort of like where things are. And I saw the salt, but I was like, I probably won't be doing that because they gave me a body scrub with my package, so I can do that myself and then just rinse off. But I tried it. I went over there and I took like handfuls and just sort of exfoliated all over, you know, and they have 2 shower heads where you can rinse off. And when I tell you, my skin was so soft. I don't know what is in that salt. I have no idea what's in that salt, y'all. But honestly, so the little bottle that they gave me with my scrub in it, that came with my package, it wasn't all the way full. So again, hack. I went over and got like a little handful of that salt and put it in. I believe it's the same stuff because the bottle didn't even have a label on it. So they're probably making it out of their salt, and it was some sort of oil. Could have been almond oil, grapeseed oil, jojoba. I booked a 90-minute session, and that is enough time to, I think they give me about 20, 30 minutes to get in, you know, checked in, get your swimsuit on. And so you've got a good hour and a half down in the lower area where the thermal pools are. But it does go in shifts. And so they come around and ring a bell, like a relaxing bell, all throughout the place. They go around and ring it so everybody hears, because everybody who's in there started at the same time you did. So I guess the sooner you get down there, that was a lesson learned for me. The sooner I can hurry up and get down there, it doesn't really like eat away at your time. I think the first time you go, you're kind of like figuring out, you know, like where the bathroom is. But, you know, you've got basically a good hour and a half down there. So they ring the bell halfway through, and then when it's over, they ring the bell and everybody kind of comes and, you know, you kind of rinse off, you put on your robe, you go back upstairs, and you can take a, you know, well, you should take a shower, because whatever's in those salts and some of the water and stuff, it can irritate your skin. So, and it is co-ed, by the way. I know I had mentioned it's a good date night idea, but it's definitely co-ed. And this place has been mentioned in Vanity Fair, Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, and I am not sponsored. I paid for it with my own money, and I'm very happy that I went, but it is not sponsored. They have no idea who I am, and that's okay. So just know that this is my honest opinion. I really did like it, you know. But anyway, that 5 hearts. That's all I can say, is that basically, you know, I liked the cucumber water. It was, you know, a spa is a spa is a spa, but this was unique, and I would highly recommend it. So if you have been to Aire in Chicago or any other city, I would love to hear what your experience has been. I love to find these hidden gems, and so this is not a commercial spot. I've never even heard people in my circle talk about this place, so maybe people do know about it. Maybe I'm late, but if you've been, please let me know what you think about it and the other people in our growing community where, you know, again, it's just about celebrating, you know, the simple pleasures in life every day, you know, taking time for yourself. So please drop down in the comments and let us know of this or other places that you've been to. So thank you for stopping by.